Second referee, Mr. Herbert Matematico. Presenting our starting lineup for our PETRO GAZZ Angels. Let's begin with jersey number 2, Janelle Welch Cheng. At number 8, Aiza Maizo Pontillas. And jersey number 9, Mary Remy Joy Palma. At number 12, Myla Pablo. Number 13, Mar Jana Phillips. And number 16, guest player from the USA, Lindsay Vander White. Libero number 1, Sheila Marie Pineda. Head coach, Mr. Raul Benson Ricafort. Calling on our CHERY TIGGO crossovers. Team captain, wear jersey number 7, Mylene Paat. At number 4, Jasmine Nabor. Wearing jersey number 10, Rosel Baliton. Number 14 is Arena Grace Carandang. Number 17, guest player from Montenegro, Elena Svijovic. And number 23, Maria Shaya Adorador. Libero, number 24, Buding Melendez. Head coach, Mr. Clarence Aying Esteban. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
There's your starting lineup for the Angels. A bit of a change as Aiza Maizo Pontillas will be in the starting lineup. Jonas Abete will be coming off the bench. Pontillas coming off one of her best games in the conference, an 11-point performance in that loss versus the HD Spikers. In the meantime, also a bit of a change for Coach Clarence Esteban and the crossovers. As Shaya Adorador will start in the place of EJ Laure, who was coming off a 9-point performance. So as Shaya, a 1-point performance in that loss versus the Cool Smashers.
And so this is quite interesting for both teams, but I think this is what's good about both of these teams. We can see how deep the bench is, and a lot of options, of course, for the coaches.
Well, set number 1 just about to get underway. In case you're just opening your TV sets, hello everybody. A big game, a very important game for the Angels, as they are currently just in the middle of the standings. Half in a game above Signal, F2, and a full game over Chocomucho. And they don't want to lose today because that brings them down, as Phillips with an excellent denial of Svijovic to get the first point of the Angels.
And definitely, of course, defense will be key here for PETRO GAZZ, as we know that CHERY TIGGO is a very strong offensive team. You gotta love also the height range we're seeing right here. More or less, we see it's like a match for both.
Here's a pass by Pontillas. A chance ball here for the crossovers. Mylene Paat, double block coverage by Shaya Adorador. Battle at the net, the dump by number 10, Baliton. There's a chance ball for the Angels. Janelle Cheng. Palma, cross court, yes!
Good angle chosen by Rep Palma. Let's take a look at the running hit. Janelle Cheng just easily is giving the ball to Palma.
What are the things necessary for the Angels in order to get a win here against the crossovers, Ivy?
Well, definitely, I think defense would be key here for the Angels. We all know how CHERY TIGGO is a very strong offensive team.
Let's check in with Flanny Reyes.
I talked to Aiza Maizo Pontillas about the importance of today's game, and she did tell me it is a crucial game, but they're going to come out with all the respect for CHERY TIGGO. You know, they gave that respect by making sure to prepare hard and to go all out in today's game. She told me that they have one goal in mind. Yes, the goal is to win, but it's more important na maging buo sila as a team on the court. It's all about making each point count, and we hope to see them enjoy the way they play as well. Back to the panel.
All right, thank you, Franny. Well, it's going to be tough, though, if you're the Angels, because you're playing a team that's got nothing to lose. There's a foot fault against Svijovic. Regardless of the result, crossovers are in the semifinals.
That's right, that's right. So there's really nothing to lose here for CHERY TIGGO. A lot to gain in this game, but I think the pressure really is more on the side of the Angels. Very important win, you know, for today.
Mylene Pad elevates and knocks it off 3 blockers.
Mylene Pad, you know, I don't care if you have 6 pairs of hands in front of me. We can really see how aggressive, you know, Mylene Pad has been playing.
She's on a different level in this conference. Rosel Baliton with the serve. Good pass by Bang Pineda and Janelle Cheng with a 1-2 play.
You know, Cheng just making things look very easy. Just really has a very good hold of the ball.
And a very tall setter, 5'7".
Right.
Cheng coming off an 11-point performance. Along with 15 excellent sets, so a double-double for Cheng. Myla Pablo. That's dug up. Savijovic, Cheng picking it up. Bang Pineda to Puntillas. There's a net touch on Aiza Maizo Puntillas.
3-point here for CHERY TIGGO. Let's take a look at that sequence. Aiza Maizo touching the tip of the net.
Mylene Pad, you can hear the fans roar. Her name announced to serve. That is long though.
The Angels get another 3-point courtesy of a service error from CHERY TIGGO.
There's CJ Laurens will come off the bench today. 9 points versus Creamline, 15 points prior to that versus Choco Mucho. Remy Palma, 9 points, 4 blocks in that 5-set loss versus the HD Spikers. 6 serving 3. Good serve. Zakarandang, nowhere to go. MJ Phillips, her 2nd block of the opening set.
And Angels have been reading the offense of CHERY TIGGO very well.
Zakarandang has vastly improved in the reinforced conference, coming off an 8-point performance. Prior to that, 15 points against Army. So she's really stepped it up as well.
That's right.
There's Karandang, given another chance. She overhits it though. So the crossovers off to a relatively poor start here in the opening set. They're down by 5, 8-3 versus the Angels opening set. Switch to Signal Postpaid for more super loaded bonding moments. Get free 3 months and more when you subscribe today. Call 8888-5555 now. What is wrong so far with the crossovers here in the early part of the opening set, Ivy?
Well, they've had their share of errors, but I think we really have to credit the lead of PETRO GAZZ more to the performance of the Angels. Their defense at the net is making it very difficult for CHERY TIGGO, you know, to score any points from the offense.
3rd block already for MJ Phillips.
So it did seem like, you know, the Angels really studied the offense of CHERY TIGGO.
Well, they're one of the best teams in terms of blocking. There's MJ Phillips trying to intimidate at the net. 12 blocks versus the HD Spikers in their last game. There's a timeout called by Collins Esteban. Their team is now down by 7.
Don't stop. Just kung kailangan receive ng maayos. Kung while gawan lang muna natin ng paraan. Kung nahihirapan sa receive, itaas lang muna natin sa gilid, tsaka gawan natin paraan. Okay? Yung atake, sige lang, okay lang yung number block, normal lang. Pero gawan yun, lagyan yun ng ng variation yung palo nyo. Para makaano tayo. Okay, sige, dikit. Abulin niya, abulin niya.
Clarence Esteban is obviously worried. After the technical timeout, it was a 2-point run for the Angels.
And you can really see, the Angels are adjusting their game as well. In the services, they're be giving out long, hard serves, short serves. So really keeping CHERY TIGGO guessing.
This is a 5-0 run already for the Angels. Back row attack. Palma digging it. MJ Phillips with an easy tip and nobody there. An empty spot on the side of the crossovers, Ivy.
And crossovers, definitely missing something here. Let's take a look at Maylin Pan with the back row hit, and Phillips just finding the right spot. And actually, that ball could have still been saved. Wasn't the fastest of tips.
Crossovers a step slower today. Shaya Adorador, part of the starting lineup today in favor of EJ Laure. There's an attack by VW. Van der Weide.
Everything going the way of the Angels here at the start of this match. Body language-wise, Eric, you can see sort of the difference right now. Angels moving a little bit more confidently than the crossovers.
This is now a 7-0 run for the Angels. 1-2 play for Jasmine Abor, saved by Janelle Cheng. Chance ball for the crossovers. Zakarandang hits the line and snaps that 7-0 run by the Angels.
A much-needed point here for the crossovers. But I think it's safe to say that the offense of the crossovers is pretty predictable, for the Angels.
Well, they haven't had a good receive. One of the things that Coach Esteban was talking about in the huddle, we need to get a good receive. Itaas nyo lang. Cheng, what a great set for Janelle Cheng.
That was an amazing set from Janelle Cheng. You have to give half credit for that point, that excellent set. Let's take a look at that quick attack and the connection with MJ Phillips.
MJ Phillips, 5 of the 13 points of the Angels. Sivijovic gets it through the block, and then a block touch against the Angels.
Good choice for her to let that ball pass through Cheng.
Only 3 attack points so far for the crossovers, and 5 attack points already for the Angels. There's double contact. Going to be called against MJ Phillips. Zakarandang skipped her final year with the Lady Tamaraos. That was 2019 to turn pro. Janelle Cheng to MJ Phillips again.
Another excellent play from the Angels. I guess Janelle Cheng hardly moving from where she's standing and just able to deliver all the sets very efficiently.
6 points now for MJ Phillips, the top scorer for the Angels. Myla Pablo to serve. 17 points in their last game. Myla Pablo, 31% from the field. Bad. Cheng to Van der Weide. She's rejected. Oh, and MJ Phillips with her first error of the set.
She had the right thing in mind. Very comfortable lead here for the Angels, 14-7.
And we reiterate, the Angels need this win. For the crossovers, doesn't really matter. Doesn't change their future in the reinforced conference. MJ Phillips once again. That's 7 already.
MJ Phillips really embracing her new role as a middle blocker. So we all know she didn't start off as a middle hitter.
But she welcomed the change, and she, easily adjusted to the new position. Service outside for Phillips. Yelena Sivijevic, 30 years old, out of Montenegro, some country in Europe. Service outside as well.
Third service error here for the crossovers.
Technical timeout, 16-8. Angels up over the crossovers opening set. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum on a Saturday. This is the second game of your doubleheader. Angels versus the Crossovers, the number 2 and number 3 ranked teams in the conference, although the number 2 team, the Crossovers, are already in the semifinals. The Angels at number 3 are not yet secure in getting the 3rd or 4th slot in the semifinals yet.
That's
Still
right.
up for grabs.
That's right. But you know, the way that they're playing at the start of this match, it really looks as if they want to make sure they get this win and get that, you know, one step closer to being part of that top 4.
Vander Weide catches the line. Yes.
Janelle Cheng doing a very good job distributing the attacks for the Angels.
Right smack on the line for Lindsay Vander Weide. Combination play there. Chance ball here for the Crossovers. Smiling Baat. Outside.
Nothing going the way of the Crossovers right now. You know, they're playing a little bit erratic.
7 errors already for the Crossovers. Only 4 errors for the Angels.
You know, at this point, what the Crossover needs to do is just avoid the errors first. You know, and try to work on the points.
Double-digit advantage. Biggest lead for the Angels. 18-8. Vander Weide. Buting Dorendes with a dig. Back row. Yelena Sivijevic outside.
They're calling for a touch, but the point was given to the Angels.
There will be a challenge, though, for the coaching staff of the Crossovers. There it is, a block touch challenge. But I love how Mayla Pablo fell back and almost rolled over just to avoid getting hit by the ball. So they're challenging a block touch at the net. Let's see if that's going to be the case for the Crossovers. Each team with 2 challenges per set. It is not carried over. If you don't use it, you don't get it in the succeeding sets. It's always 2, and you make a mistake, you make it a successful challenge, you lose one, make another, you lose both. If you make successful challenges, you keep them until the end of the set. Coach Clarence Esteban at the bottom of your screen, spacing, waiting for the result of this challenge. They are down by 10, so they're using all measures now just to get some momentum and break the momentum as well of the Angels. Super slow-mo. Oh, there is a block touch. It is a successful challenge for the Crossovers.
It's a very, very slight touch there in the fingers of Remy Palma.
So successful challenge. Crossovers will still have 2 challenges moving forward. They saved 1 point.
Much needed point here for the Crossovers.
Rosel Baliton coming off a 12.7 block 2 ace performance in that loss versus the Cool Smashers. Lindsay Vander Weide with an off speed. Jasmine Abor sets it up. They go to Shaya. Yes! 2 straight points for the Crossovers.
Good hit from Shaya Ador. Squeezing that attack between the 2 blockers. Very small space that you found there.
Palma was a little late to close out on the block. 8-point game. Former Lady Warrior, Rosel Baliton, serving again. Janelle Cheng to Lindsay Vander Weide. Jasmine Abor with a dig. Baliton plays setter. She used to be a setter for UE as well. There's a block by Palma.
know, the court presence sometimes is not there. They had let the ball go several times already. Poor coverage.
So a very short 2-point run for the crossovers, but Vander Wyden serves it long. Two lady substitution coming up for the crossovers. Paat Nabor, check out. Alina Bicar and May Luna check in. May Luna did not play versus the Cool Smashers. Alina Bicar coming into today. Did not score, but played in the first, second, third, and fourth set versus Screenline. That's a service error for Alina Bicar.
Fourth service error for the crossovers. Coach Slatten's not very happy about that error.
That's 8 errors in total. There are 4 attack errors as well for the crossovers. So not a good start for them here in the opening set. They're down by 9. Bicar sets it up. Carandang barely reaches the ball, but effective enough to get a kill. A third point for Zach Carandang off 2 attacks. And 1 service ace. Shaya Adorador, former Lady Warrior. That's received by Vander Wyden. Puntillas dug up by Durendes. Puntillas is blocked by Carandang. Puntillas will set it. Myla Pablo is wide and out.
Another point here for the crossovers.
So from down 10, crossovers within 7. Good pass by Bang Pineda, and Maizo Puntillas gets the kill.
Another point, and this goes off the block. Poor read there from the crossovers.
Bicar sets it up. Sivijevic dug up by Vander Wyden. This will be a chance ball for the crossovers. May Luna is wide and way off.
Again, the errors are plaguing the crossovers.
9 errors already. That's almost half of the points of the Angels. Puntillas, a former Tigress, serves it wide as well. Zakarandang comes around to serve. She's 25 years old. Oh, there's an epidemic of service errors here in the opening set. That's 3 service errors for the Angels, 5 service errors for the crossovers. Bicar goes to Sivijevic. Blocked by, and that's on the line by Janelle Cheng.
Again, poor coverage here for the crossovers. You know, the Angels have been doing very well defending the net. So that's one thing that the crossovers would really need to be very keen on, you know, covering the attacks.
10 set points for the Angels. Combination play. Luna is rejected. Vander Wyden with a kill block, and that's all she wrote for the crossovers in the opening set. What a display of offense and defense for the Angels in the first set.
That's right. They have, you know, they're in complete control of set number 1.
What a performance here for the team that needs this win. The Angels, a 25-14 win over the crossovers in set number 1. PETRO GAZZ Angels with an 11-point win in set number 1 versus the CHERY TIGGO crossovers, 25-14 in 21 minutes too, Ivy.
That's right. A very convincing win
Yeah.
here for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. And they talked about how important this game is to them, and of course all the remaining games moving forward. But you know, the performance that they have shown here in set number 1 really has been, you know, it really reflects how much they wanted to win this game and how much they prepared for this game. And I think it really starts off with an excellent defense that PETRO GAZZ has, not just at the net, but also in their floor defense. They have been very aggressive with their attacks as well. A lot of fast plays, but really key is that their first ball has been very effective, and that's really making it easy for Cheng to distribute her attacks. And here we can see the numbers. PETRO GAZZ with 9 attack points, 7 for CHERY TIGGO. It has been the block, you know, that made it very difficult for CHERY TIGGO. And I think, you know, they weren't able to adjust right away their offense. And the coverage as well was missing. You know, there's some of the block touches of PETRO GAZZ can still be recovered, but those are the things that the crossovers would need to work on here in set number 2.
And 3 of the 6 blocks of the Angels come from MJ Phillips.
That's right.
So those are the key things to remember. And you also have to note 10 errors for the crossovers in set number 1 alone. So they're going to have to dial that down here in set number 2 to have any shot at winning, because all momentum, all confidence right now is with the ladies in red. EJ Lara will start set number 2 in favor of Shaya Adorador. It's the same starting 6 for the Angels, with Myla Pablo starting at the service area. Mylene Paat. Ooh, through the double block of Cheng and Phillips. She found that tiny opening and put it through.
An excellent attack from Mylene Paat. She has been pretty quiet, you know, in set number 1, not producing as much points as we would have expected her to.
Paat, just her 2nd point. The first she scored in the opening set. Lindsay van der Weijden. Laure, her first touch. Yes!
Off the block. Good start here for the crossovers.
And EJ Laure doing her downtime. She says she loves spending time with her daughter, Scarlett. Elena Sivievich, just 27% efficiency from the field. So she has to really bring that number up as well when they make it to the semifinals. Cheng to van der Weijden. Cross court is good.
Oh, very strong cross court hit. Very sharp one at that.
VW is 39% from the floor. MJ Phillips. Laura gets it back. She wanted the cut shot. She saw the opening, but just couldn't get it across the net. Let's check in with Fanny Reyes.
Earlier during the timeout, Coach told the CHERY TIGGO crossovers that they really need to work on their reception. They have there's a lack of communication rather, and a lack of coverage that's really hurting them. He said na kailangan bumalik muna sila sa sarili para bumalik din ang kumpiyansa. Now, earlier when I spoke with Mylene Paat, she told me that she knew the PETRO GAZZ Angels would be hungry. And she was hoping, or she is hoping, that everything that they've practiced in training will come out. She told me maganda ang laban today at palaban ang ating CHERY TIGGO crossovers.
Well, it didn't seem like it in set number 1 when they lost by 11. Mylene Paat, though, bounces back after committing an attack error. She gets it off the block this time and ties the game at 3.
Well, this is a better start here for the crossovers. It's Mylene Paat off the hands of the blocker.
That snaps the very small 2-point run by the Angels. Baliton with a serve. Cheng, van der Weijden, right on the foot of Alex Esteban.
You can see the difference in terms of attacks with the Angels and the crossovers. The Angels really are utilizing a lot of fast plays, low sets. Meanwhile, for the other side of the court, think it's making the Angels are having an easier time reading the offense of the crossovers kasi they're giving out higher balls.
Palma asking for a block touch, and there's going to be a challenge. There was no call, so Raldrick Cafort, the head coach, and assistant coach Arnold Lanyog will raise the card, challenging the block touch. Non-call by our first referee, Erlindo Eusebio. Our second referee is Herbert Matematico. First challenge of set number 2. Only one challenge was made in the opening set. That was by the crossovers. They were successful. Let's see if PETRO GAZZ is successful with theirs as well. They're down by 1 here in set number 2. 3-4, but they won the first set 25-14. Leading scorer for the Angels, Phillips with 7, followed by Van der Weide with 4. Cheng also contributing 1 kill block and 1 attack point. She has 2. Again, the challenge is block touch. There was a non-call on the attack by Remy Palma that went outside. "23 cameras being used around the court. There are 4 by the net. Here is the video. There doesn't seem to be any touch. So that's unsuccessful. Raldrick Cafort, and the Angels will have 1 challenge remaining. Although the Angels are pointing, I don't know what video they're looking at. Are we seeing the same video? Because they're saying there's a block touch. There wasn't any.
Yeah, but Remy Palma was pretty convinced that there was. You know, that's the thing. Sometimes when you're the attacker, you would know. You know, you would have a sense, or you would hear, because you're closest to the ball.
So a 2-point lead right now for the crossovers, 5-3 after the unsuccessful challenge by the Angels. There's a block against Van der Weide. Zach Caranda.
And this has been what's missing from the crossovers in set number 1. The defense at the net.
4th point for Zakarandang, her first block point. And now it's a 3-point advantage for the crossovers. Van der Weide, picked up by Savijevic. Lauren, blocked by Palma, kept alive. Palma with a dump. Paat with a touch. Bicar with a save. Carandang. There's Shen Cruz. There is a net touch.
Violation error from Palma.
Now it's the turn of the Angels to commit unnecessary errors here early in the second set. This is 4 unanswered points for the crossovers right now. They lead 7-3. Ooh! Serve was way low. Coach Clarence Esteban. There's Janelle Cheng. So far, 2 points off 1 attack and 1 block. 15 excellent sets for Cheng in that loss versus the HD Spikers. Zakarandang paused for a second before she jumped in attack. Carandang blocks Palma. Here comes Mylene Paat. Cross court. Yes!
Good hit from Paat.
And we get to our first technical timeout. Crossovers up by 4 against the Angels' second set. Watch and support Gilas Pilipinas live in the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. Follow My Team Pass Philippines is now available to give you access to all 5 Gilas Pilipinas games in the preliminary round. Purchase your tickets via register.worldcup.basketball #WinForAll. Long rally to kick off things after the first technical timeout. Zacarandang is blocked by Palma. Here comes Spad from the back row, a high push. Vander Weide, yes!
Well, CHERY TIGGO cannot seem to get the timing with the sets. A lot of drop shots being given out by the crossovers.
So powerful, Buding Duremdes, one of the best diggers we have in the conference, unable to keep it alive. Lindsay Vander Weide with a serve, and she gets an ace. Back-to-back points for the Angels, all coming from Vander Weide. Six points for Lindsay Vander Weide. Much better received there from Laure. Zacarandang down the line, yes!
Good hit there from Zacarandang. Strong running hit. Right into the line.
Zacarandang woke up on the right side of the bed today. 5 points already for Zacarandang, the leading scorer for the crossovers. EJ Laure did not see action in the opening set. She starts here in set number 2. And she gets the lucky crawl over the net cord.
CHERY TIGGO maintains the lead here, 10 serving 6.
EJ Laure, the Rookie of the Year in season 77 of the UAAP. Good serve. Pablo gets it back. Good save. But no third touch for the crossovers.
And from the block, Mighty Pa trying to save it. Duremdes tried to keep it alive. Point goes to the Angels. 7 serving 10. Remy Palma for the serve.
Sevijovic dug up well by Vander Weide. Myla Pablo block. Chance ball for the crossovers. Carandang is rejected, but it goes outside. Another point for the crossovers, back to their biggest lead of 4 points.
But Carandang has really been aggressive here in this set. Probably the spark plug that the crossovers needed here in set number 2.
6 points for Zacarandang, currently again the leading scorer of the crossovers. Myla Pablo. Carandang, not a good first ball. Chance ball for the Angels. Maiza Puntillas down the line.
Excellent play from the Angels. And that play split the blockers of the crossovers.
Maiza Puntillas, a 2-time UAAP champion. 1-2 play goes outside for Alina Vicar.
She had the right thing in mind though, but just a little too much force sending that ball over.
So the biggest lead of the crossovers cut in half. It's just a 2-point game. Nice serve. Ace for Puntillas, and it's now a 1-point game.
Good floater.
Puntillas, third serve. Sevijovic, block, but it goes outside off MJ Phillips. That stops the 3-point run of the Angels. An over receive and an easy put away for Yelena Sevijovic.
Another point here for the crossovers.
So a little 2-point run for the crossovers. They're back up by 3, but MJ Phillips knocking it in.
And nobody to defend against MJ Phillips. Let's take a look at that once again. Maizo with an excellent first ball. No blockers going up against her.
9 points for Phillips. And we're just in the second set. She only had 7 points in a 5-set loss to the HD Spikers. So a great game today for MJ Phillips. Mylene Pan gets it through the block. Serving 11. Must be an overreach, that's right. Mylene Pa trying to contest the call with first referee Orlindo Eusebio. That is not a challengeable call.
Let's take a look at that.
Ooh, it does look like it's over already, and it was Cheng actually reaching over. So the break of that sequence going the way of the Angels, but EJ Laure takes it right back.
Good down the line hit from Laure.
Too late to react. Back to a 3-point advantage for the crossovers. Baniton back on serve. 1-2 play. Janelle Cheng dug up by Laure. Here comes Mylene Pat. Vander Weyden. Too long.
She was trying to go for the long ball.
Another challenge here, a block touch challenge raised by assistant coach Arnold Lanyol. That's the final challenge of the Angels if they are unsuccessful. Crossovers still have two challenges remaining.
Well, she has been very confident. You know, that touched the hands of the blockers.
She did signal right away to challenge. And the coaching staff, Roderick Fort, obliging Lindsay Vander Weyden and calling the challenge using their final one. They're only down by 3 after winning the first set 25-14. So it's still a pretty tight set here in the second.
And the Angels are doing a good job in trying to keep the lead to a minimum.
Yeah.
You know, well, they haven't tied it yet, but you know, this is a long way from the lead that they had against the crossovers in set number 1.
Wow, I'm impressed with Lindsay Vander Weyden. I mean, you said she was confident, and she was right.
And she seemed to be looking at it when she was hitting the ball, so she really knew that there was a touch from the blockers.
Off the fingertips of Mylene Pan, so successful challenge. Angels still have 1 challenge remaining. Service, receive error for Savijevic. And here come the Angels again, knocking on the door, just down by 1.
Good serve from Cheng.
Janelle Cheng with her 3rd point. Much better receive from Savijevic. Laure is blocked. Remy Palma ties the game with a kill block, 15-all.
Good block from Palma. No coverage for the crossovers.
Palma with 3 already. Chance to take the lead for the Angels now. Janelle Cheng, that's too strong and too wide. It's outside. The lead right back with the crossovers. 16-15, they're up by 1 against the Angels, 2nd set. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. A tight second set here, Ivy, with both teams neck and neck. Crossovers leading by 1. We were tied at just 15 prior to that kill by the crossovers heading into the second technical timeout.
The crossovers are doing a much better job here in set number 2 as to compared to set number 1. It's not really that, you know, the Angels have and there's anything that changed in the game of the Angels, but the crossovers really did step up here in set number 2.
Shen Cruz with the receive. Pontillas with the attack. Laure. Yes, there's a block touch point for the crossovers.
Laures down the line has been working very well for the crossovers. He has scored several points with the down the line hit.
Laure off the bench with 4 points, all scored in set number 2. That's outside for Mylene Paan. So instead of going up by 3, it's just a 1-point advantage for the crossovers. Ooh, right on the line, a service ace for Vander Wyden. Excellent placement.
Oh, that was a very tough serve.
Laure, off speed, Vander Wyden with a dig. Here comes Myla Pablo with a tip. Paat picking it up. Laure again against single blocker. Not good enough, and Laure knocks it in.
Good play from the crossovers.
DJ Laure. Crossovers lead by 1. Not anymore. Service error ties the game at 18. Three service errors for the crossovers. And 3 attack errors as well. 6 errors in total here in set number 2. Chance to take the lead for Remy Palma and the Angels late in set number 2. Karandang with the tip. Kept alive by Phillips. Here comes Pablo. Paat. Sivievich on the attack. Block. Coverage by Durandes. Paat back row. Vander Wyden. A tip by Phillips. Karandang blocked by Pablo. Sivievich against 2 blockers. Yes!
Very good rally. You see their defense for both of these teams. Very strong. And again, down the line hit gets that point for the crossovers. It seems like that is the weak spot in the defense of the Angels, considering how many points already, you know, that the crossover scored from down the line attacks.
Pablo, cross court, outside. 2 straight points for the crossovers. Myla Pablo only with 1 point and 2 attack errors. She is subbed out. Nicole Tiamzon is in the game for the first time today. Tiamzon came off the bench as well versus the HD Spikers. Did not score. Here's Tiamzon. Lock. Excellent defense at the net by Rosel Baliton. And a huge 3-point run for the crossovers, forcing Coach Rob Ricafort to call a timeout to listen in.
Iwan na yung isa sa coverage lagi. Sa likod, pumapasok yung Ibero, pumapasok yung back row. Wala na iiwan dito eh. Style lang isa. Pag good set yun center pa rin yung harap Pwede pa rin daanan sa gilid.
3 spikers tayo.
Go, go, go.
think that the timeout also is meant to break the momentum of the crossovers. Very simple instructions, from the head coach.
So what's number one priority right now for the Angels, Ivy?
Well, they have been doing very well in the defense, but I think at this point you really have to watch the errors because that is helping the cause of the crossovers. And again, there's really nothing. I mean, the Angels are still performing well, but the errors are just hurting them right now.
Happy birthday to Miss Rhea Navarro, member of the organizing committee of the Premier Volleyball League.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday, ma'am. Pontillas with a tip, blocked by Sevillevich. Chamzon, yes! First point for Chami Chamzon.
Good coverage on the side of the Angels.
That stops the 4-0 run by the crossovers. Team captain Chi Sayet and Jonas Sabete check in for the first time in the match. Sabete 10 points versus the Chargers. Chi Sayet did not score, only played in the second set. Sevillevich blocked by Phillips.
Excellent defense, Andre Phillips.
2 straight points for Phillips and the Angels. Phillips already with 10 points. She's in double digits. 4 of the 10 are blocks. Nice serve. Off-system play for the crossovers. Mylene Pat, back row, dug up, one-handed by Sevillevich. Sayet hits the post. That's a point for the crossovers.
Good effort there from Sayet.
Three-point game, 23 serving 20. Chi Sayet sets it up, Sabete. Cross court, Jonas Sabete, yes!
Let's take a look at that last hit. Sabete adjusting it a little bit with that attack.
Looked like a miss-hit,
Yes.
actually.
But she made something out of that.
Mylene Paat, blocked again. Buding Dorendes tried to save it, but to no avail. MJ Phillips, another kill block. She has 11 points, 5 of those from blocks. Timeout crossovers. We'll listen to Coach Clarence Esteban. His lead is down to 1.
Di-atake dito. Pag porsyento, hindi dito tayo sa kabila. Isa pa yan. Ihabulin ano eh. Isip na maganda, tapos play 2 tayo. Tayo maganda, paano tayo maganda?
So he said, receive the maganda and play 2.
Let's take a look at that play too and how effective that would be. But really key to both of these teams is a good first ball because, if you have a for Angels, very good blocking team, then you really have to maximize all your attackers just to break that block even a second or a fraction of a second late.
Mylene Paat. What a save by Bang Pineda. Chance ball for the crossover. Sevillevich dug up by Sayet. Pineda to Van der Weide. Mylene Paat from the other side. The dump is short. We're tied. 23 all.
Excellent defense shown by the Angels.
She knew what she wanted. She just came up short, Mylene Paat. So, 3-point lead erased by the Angels. Cross court, Sabete picks it up. Sayet goes the other way. Van der Weide, block. It's on the line, and a point for the crossovers.
Very exciting second set we're having here.
And here's a challenge. They still have 1 remaining, so might as well use it. All-important call late in set number 2. Ball in, ball out. It was called in by the lines judge. Coaching staff says it might be out, so we'll review that. Again, we'll utilize one of the 23 cameras around the playing court. And these are high-speed cameras. Capture the action frame by frame, ensure that we get the right calls here in the Premier Volleyball League.
It's short of saying like nothing escapes the eyes.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. First set won by the Angels, 25-14. And right now they are tied 23 all. Take a look. It's on the line. The challenge unsuccessful. The Angels have no more challenges remaining. Crossovers still with 2. And that puts the Crossovers, by the way, at set point here. 24-23. Rachel Roldan will check in for the first time, replacing Sivijevic. She is the service specialist. She was not in the lineup in the loss versus Creamline. Good serve. Saet. Van der Weide to save a set point. Yes, she does! What a play!
Excellent attack. Now we're tied 24 all.
Lindsay Van der Weide, that's her 9th point. She is the 2nd leading scorer of the Angels, right behind the 11 of MJ Phillips, who is serving now for the Angels. Maylene Pat. What a dig by Chi Saet. Chance ball here for Buding Duremdes and the Crossovers. Laure off the block. Chamzon picks it up. Saet will set it. Go to Sabete, off speed. Maylene Pat. Saet with another dig, over receive. Chance ball for the Crossovers. Pat again. Saet with a receive. Palma sets it up. Van der Weide with a push. There's a net touch.
Net touch there. But that was one of the best rallies that we have seen so far. And I think we have to commend Saet for the excellent defense. All powerful hits from Maylene Pat. Easily kept alive. This is that net violation. Quite an unfortunate way to end that rally. It was a very exciting rally.
I agree. Second set point for Sivijevic and the Crossovers. Baliton is serving 25-24. Set 2. Shen Cruz over received. Easy put away for Sakarandang. And the Crossovers get the W in set number 2.
What a way to win set number 2 here for the Crossovers. And you can see that they really worked very hard for this second set win.
Sakarandang full of emotion. Karandang with 7. Second leading scorer for the Crossovers. They win set number 2 and tie it 1 set apiece versus the Angels. We're tied at 1 set all after the Angels winning the first set. The Crossovers bouncing back and winning set number 2 in 32 minutes, an extended second set. We'll take a look at the highlights of set number 2.
Well, this has been a very exciting set number 2. A lot of good rallies, a lot of good defense and offense that we've seen. And probably, the best run so far here in this match. Both of the teams has displayed excellent defense both at the floor and at the net. And it's good to see the Cherry Tiggos has finally gotten their bearings together. You know, they're more organized here in their set number 2, more aggressive. But more importantly, they managed to limit the errors that they've committed in set number 1. And let's take a look at the numbers. Impressive attack points here from the crossovers. 16 attack points as compared to only 9 of the Angels. Both had 3 block points. The Angels still doing very well at the service line with 4 service aces. And the errors that we see here, this is a good sign for both of these teams because they managed to keep it at a minimum. So that's really very important, you know, when you have a match as tight as this one.
So anybody's set here. Momentum is right in the middle between EJ Laure and the crossovers. And MJ Phillips and the Angels. Phillips today with 11, the leading scorer for the Angels. It is Paat leading the way with 7 for the crossovers. Baliton up. Durendes, second touch. Chance ball here for the Angels. Vander Weide through the double block. Yes!
A lot of low sets coming the way of the Angels and really making, you know, the blockers of the crossovers move.
MJ Phillips, 11. 6 attacks, 5 blocks. Good pass by Laure. Here comes Paat from the middle. Single block is not enough for a Mylene Paat.
Very strong hit from Mylene Paat.
One all, third set. Yelena Sivievich with a serve. Cheng chasing it down. Here comes Vander Weide.
And her attack just too strong for the blockers. Bounces off the hands. Goes out.
Vander Weide with 11. And she has all of the 2 points of the Angels here in the third set. Laure. That goes outside. Angels up by 2. 9 excellent sets for Janelle Cheng. Picar. Paat, that's dug up by Bang Pineda. A chance ball for the crossovers. Laure. Bang Pineda again to the rescue. Here comes Vander Weide. Cross court, catches the line.
Good angle chosen there. She usually challenges the block, but this time around, she avoids the block and goes for that sharp cross court.
Now a 3-point lead for the Angels. A double contact on Alina Picar. The second setter. She has started here in the third set, and we haven't seen Jasmine Abor since set number 1.
Well, she has done very well in set number 2, and inserting her and EJ Laure has actually changed the momentum here for the crossovers.
That's true. And speaking of Laure, right on cue. Now let's send it courtside to Franny Reyes.
We can definitely feel the eagerness of this PETRO GAZZ Angels team to win. They might have lost the second set, but Myla Pablo told me na kailangan ipaglaban ng bawat panalo and they will not give up the fight. Di sila pwede maratal at magtutulungan sila as a team in order to get that win. They know that they're up against a formidable foe in the Cherry Tiggoo crossovers, but Myla Pablo is certain and definitely sure that she and her team will take the win today.
Well, Pablo only with 1 point so far. And she is coming off a 17-point performance. So not up to par so far per game, Myla Pablo. Although the Angels lead by 3 here in the third set. Over received again. Shen Cruz, her second reception error, and Zach Karandang there to put it away.
Karandang has been having a feast there with over receives.
points for Zakarandang. She and Paat lead the way with 8 each. Cheng to Pablo. What a dig for Mylene Paat. Sevijovic over pass, and this time around Palma was there for the dunk.
Easy point there for Remy Palma. And all she had to do was just reach out for the ball.
Palma with 4 in the game. The lead is back to 3 for the Angels. Palma out of Apalit, Pampanga. Laure through the block again. As good as Phillips has been with the blocking, she has not been able to stop EJ Laure.
Right. And EJ Laure, I think if you notice, she's trying to avoid MJ Phillips, and that's why she normally goes down the line.
Laure with 7, all off the bench. Pontillas off Sevijovic. Isa Pontillas, her 4th point, sends us to our first technical timeout. Angels up by 3 over the Crossovers, 3rd set. The biggest basketball event in 2023 is coming to the Philippines. Purchase your FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 Ultimate Finals Fan Pass and get access to the much anticipated FIBA World Cup 2023 Championship game, along with a battle for 3rd place, semifinals, and quarter-final games. Visit register.worldcup.basketball for more details. #WinForAll. Pontillas with a kill. And now it's a 4-point advantage for the Angels.
Oh, free ball given by the Crossovers.
Sarmiento is in the game. And 1-2 play. Janelle Chang makes it a 5-point lead for the Angels.
Again, Chen making things look very easy.
Oh, service error for Pontillas.
Second service error for the Angels here in this set.
Good serve for Karandang. Janelle Chang to MJ Phillips. Yes. Points for MJ Phillips, who's been so active on both ends of the floor. Sevijovic on the approach. MJ Phillips back-to-back points. 1 attack, 1 kill block. And the lead is 6 for the Angels.
And MJ Phillips has been having a block party here in this match.
7 blocks for Phillips in the game, and here's the first timeout of Coach Esteban here in set number 3.
Ano, ganda mo yung pasok ha. Pag wala receive na, ibigay mo sa kanya. Then kung wala talaga, ready ka dito sa likod may. Receive tayo na maganda. Okay, nila na if you ano, go to that straight, okay? Okay. Spike it hard. Okay, spike it hard. If not, you go to this deep cross. Right? Because the blockers is Cover yun.
Sevillevich getting some tips from Coach Clarence Esteban. Lindsay van der Weide on your screens, 12 points. Second leading scorer right after Phillips with 13, Myla Pablo. Only with 1 point so far. Paat from the back row, dug up by Pontillas. Van der Weide too close to the net, but she makes something out of it.
Good adjustment there.
And how she avoids the net after the swing is impressive.
That was a difficult attack.
Sevillevich blocked by Cheng, but nobody close for the second touch. Elena Sevillevich with 7. Alina Vicar has not scored yet, but she has really done well for the offense of the crossovers. Another 1-2 play, Janelle Cheng.
It's like she has eyes at the back of her head. She knows exactly where to bring it.
And look how low this ball is for a play like that. Usually it's more of a high toss. But Janelle Cheng, it's like she has that ball on a string. Service ace for MJ Phillips. She can't do anything wrong today, MJ Phillips.
No, she has been doing everything right for the Angels. That's a good serve.
14 points for MJ Phillips, Ivy. What a game she's having today. This is after a 7-point performance in a 5-set loss. Paat with a tip. Cheng back to van der Weide. Power tip is rejected. Palma gets it through. Cheng, a dunk attempt. Wow, Janelle Cheng is on a roll as well. Excellent decision making at the net. A second technical timeout of set number 3, and this is now a 9-point lead for the Angels over the crossovers. Well, what is going on with the crossovers right now in the third set, Ivy?
Well, I think, you know, that the...
Hello everyone! My question is, ilang points ang mabibigyan ni Ate Marlene Paat against PETRO GAZZ?
All right, answer our hashtag PVL asks today. So far, Paat with 8. All right, I'm helping you already. Here are some answers. Exact points is unsure, but probably another double-digit performance, maybe 20 points. She could be right. Most probably right.
That's right, and he says, another answer, double points yan. Siguro 20 to 25 points si Mama P for today's game. Well, we couldn't expect anything less than a double digit, of course, from Mylene Paat.
She's halfway there already. 10-point lead right now for the Angels. What's the thing that's that the crossovers need to adjust here as Baliton tips it and the rally's still alive?
I think, you know, the advantage really that the Angels has is that they've studied the defense of the crossovers very well, and those tips has been killing through the crossovers. And the crossovers, on the other hand, I think they really need to work on anticipation and reading, you know, the Angels.
Right now, first balls aren't there for the crossovers. A chance ball for Chang and the Angels. Palma puts it away.
Nothing going the way of the crossovers, and more or less we would anticipate or expect that Cheng would go to Palma. It is a 3-ball after all.
Biggest lead right now at 12 points for the Angels. MJ Phillips serving. Not a good first pass again. Picar goes to Paat. Oh yes, Paat gets lucky. Myla Pablo was a step too late.
And Pablo probably expecting a strong hit from Paat.
Right now, Sibijevic and the crossovers need a long stop. Over receive. That will help the crossovers. Mylene Paat with the right hand. Laure. Down the line, yes.
Again, the down the line hit of BJ Laure has been working very well. And so far, the Angels have not had a solution for that down the line hit.
2 straight points for the crossovers. They are within 10. Cheng, Vander Weide, block. Pontillas with coverage. Nice off-speed option there for Vander Weide.
And that donut hole in the middle of the defense of the crossovers is what has been killing them here in this set. Janelle Cheng has, tipped the ball several times over into that area, and several of the off-speed hits also, was killed in that area.
Cheng with a dig. Vander Weide, wow! From the dig to an attack on a odd-looking 1-2 play.
That's right. Cheng just barely keeping that alive. And
Yeah.
that hit.
It looks like a by design sort of a play, but it wasn't. Timeout here, the last one for Coach Esteban. We'll listen in.
Ulit natin. Recover lang ulit natin sarili para sa susunod. Sige lang tuloy, magsalita na lang magsalita para malabas yung hindi masyadong intense doon sa loob. Kaya hindi tayo nakarelax. So parang pigil-pigil yung galawan natin. Bakit kaya ganun? So dapat i-relax ulit natin yung recover lang ulit natin yung sarili natin. Then gumawa tayo na maganda doon sa loob ng court. Ibalik ulit yung sarili nyo doon sa basic para maka-recover ulit kayo. Okay, let's go.
Now, according to Coach Esteban, they look stiff and tense inside the court. Relax and go back to basics.
Well, I do agree, because they're not moving the same way that they were in set number 2, where they were more confident with how they move, with how they attack, and how they receive.
Much better pass. Laure. Dug up by Shen Cruz. It's a 12-point lead once again for the Angels. A block on Vander Weide. Palma sends it over. That's going to be a violation. Double contact on Palma.
This is that violation from Palma.
11-point game. But Angels now going to be just 3 points away from the W here in set number 3. Baliton with a service error. Vander Weide with 17 in the game. Paat. Wide.
Again, the errors are causing the crossovers lose the points.
And it seems like they haven't loosened up as well after the timeout by Coach Esteban.
They're supposed to relax, but it seems like they're more tense than ever.
But Zakarandang continues her stellar play. 9 points for Zakarandang. Better pass and a good middle attack for the crossovers. Too late.
The crossovers have been missing that good first ball.
Jasmine Abor is back in the game along with May Luna. Cheng, Pontillas, Dug up by Sivijevic. Durendes will set it for Luna. Luna overhits the mark. Wait a minute. An overrule.
And that was inside. It made it to the line.
Ferdinand Eusebio overruling the line's judge. No more challenges for the Angels, so they can't challenge this call. It was in. Chamzon, block. Little 2-point run by the crossovers. Make it a 10-point game. Angels 2 points away from going up 2-1. Chance ball for the crossovers. What does Nabor do? They go to Laure. Cheng. Pontillas block. Pineda keeping it alive. Chance ball again for the crossovers. Oh, Buding Durendes coming in late.
And again, the anticipation and how well the crossovers read what the Angels are going to do. That has been the problem.
11 set points off an underhand pass by Van der Weyden.
And I mean, no matter how low that underhand pass was or that free ball is, it's something that they should have kept alive.
Service ace, Remy Palma. That's been kind of the story of set number 3 for the Angels.
Remy Palma finishing off set number 3 here for the Angels with a service ace.
6 points for Palma and a comfortable win in set number 3 for the Angels. 25-13 versus the crossovers. A 2-1 advantage for the Angels over the crossovers after winning set number 3 convincingly, 25-13. And we're back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum for the final game of your Saturday doubleheader. Let's take a look at highlights of the third set.
This is an interesting, turn of events in the third set because the way we've seen how both teams played in set number 2, we would expect set number 3 would not be any different, But the crossovers seem to have lost their bearings here in set number 3. The Angels led all throughout and didn't look back. A pretty consistent game being played here by the Angels. Meanwhile, the crossovers, they have been struggling from the start of set number 3. A lot of errors and poor anticipation with the balls. The short balls have actually killed the crossovers here in set number 3. And here we can see the number 16 attack points, and the tables have turned really. This has been the same number of attack points in set number 2. It's just the other way around. Only 1 block point for each. PETRO GAZZ still doing very well at the service line with 3 aces. And a better job for both of these teams in terms of keeping the errors at bay. But, for CHERY TIGGO, they really need to score more points, even if they manage to minimize the errors.
A little backgrounder in case you're just opening your TV sets. For the crossovers, it doesn't really matter win or lose. They are going to the semifinals with their 5-1 win-loss record. Meantime, the Angels are in a must-win situation. They only have 3 wins and have 2 losses. They're tied with Signal and F2 in 3rd place, but obviously we're not even counting sets that are won and lost. So that That's a big factor as well. And then half a game behind is Chocomucho at 3-3. So a loss here would put them in a really bad position. They must win to secure a hold in that third spot.
That's right. And I think, you know, the Angels really know what's at stake right here, and the way they're playing, and it's trying to keep the game in control.
What an attack there. Van der Weyden gets the first point here in set number 4 for the Angels.
Problems with the defense here for the crossovers.
Myla Pablo, nice serve, over received. Chance ball for Cheng and Van der Weyden. The push, saved by Mylene Paat. Another chance ball for the Angels. Cheng, this time, Phillips rejected by Sevijevic.
That one was well read. It was a low set that really nowhere to go.
Yeah, the blockers were set.
Right.
And Cheng made a wrong decision.
It could have been better if it was a long-running hit rather than a short one.
1-2 play again. This time, Durandes with a save. Cheng backs up for it, sends it to Van der Weyden, single blocker. Durandes digs it. Sevijevic outside.
Good intentions there. Probably a little more flick of the wrist and could have gone in. Would have been a point for the crossover.
2 serving 1. Angels up 2-1 as well. Nabor to Paat. Off the block of Palma and in. Let's check in with Franny Reyes.
While they're treating this game as very important, Remy Palma told me that it's more important that they focus on their game, that they focus on themselves and what they're able to contribute on the court. She told me it's about focusing on individual roles, composure, and maturity, focusing on consistency in every point. She let me in on the mindset that they have from their coach, which is WIN, what's important now. It's important that they don't dwell on any mistakes or errors or any losses that just occurred. They have to keep moving forward, and I believe that is the mindset to finish this game strong. Back to the panel.
All right, thank you, Franny. There's Laura with the kill. So far, Palma and company living up to the vision that they have in this game of coming up with a win. They're up 2-1. Jaya Chenzao celebrated her birthday just last Wednesday, November 9, turned 23, is in the game for the first time. Good save by Janelle Cheng. Carandang will play setter. Here comes Paat. Off the block of Pontillas.
Mylene Paat scoring once again here for CHERY TIGGO.
Paat with 11 already. First player in double digits for the crossovers. And crossovers up by 1. Off speed for Van der Weyden. She ties the game at 4.
That has been the weakness in the defense of the crossover, that donut hole in the middle. Still have not, they have not adjusted to that.
Nice serve from Van der Weyden. Durandes underhand pass to Laure. Laure overhits the mark and sends it outside. Maybe a challenge. A block touch challenge for Coach Esteban. I don't know if this is just to break the momentum of the Angels, but this is a long shot by any measure.
It seemed like it went out clean, but maybe they saw something that we didn't.
No, we didn't. We'll check here on the video feed out of one of the 23 high-speed cameras around the court. Mylene Paat being a vocal leader, as you can see there. And talking to the team, conversing with Sevijevic as well. Trying to get everyone on the same page. BJ Laure not in the starting lineup today, but very productive game for Laure, now with 9 points. Crossover fans obviously want a successful challenge. And here we go. We'll have the feed up once again to see if that was a successful challenge. Palma is talking to... Yeah, it's way up. That was Palma, and she was actually telling, sabi niya sa mga players ng Cherry, mataas, masyadong mataas. So yeah, unsuccessful challenge.
Clear.
Coach Esteban will burn one challenge. He has one challenge remaining. Angels have 2 challenges. Angels up by 1. Over received and outside for Vander Wyde. The game is tied at 5.
Hit by Pat, just too strong.
Paat now with 12. Pontillas off speed. Yes! There's going to be another challenge. Puding Durendes appears quite sure that she saved the ball. So this is a floor touch challenge.
Now, if this challenge is unsuccessful, then
no more challenges.
no more challenges. A long way to go here in this set.
And again, Puding Durendes was pretty adamant that she had a successful pancake save. So here's a floor touch challenge. This is the last challenge of the crossovers. Crossovers. 1 player in double digits. Maylin Paat with 12. Laura with 9. Carandang with 9 as well. And Sevijovic with 8. Right now they're down 2 sets to 1. But we're tied at 5 here in set number 3. Fun story here. Zakarandang was given a pair of shoes by Maylin Paat. Free pair, because she figured Carandang found out they had the same size. And so the next game, after a great performance by Zakarandang, she was given a pair of shoes by Maylin Paat.
Wow. What a nice incentive, huh?
Yeah, nice gesture as well between teammates.
So that's why I think Zach has been playing very well ever since.
Inspired.
Might get another pair of shoes.
Why not? So was Puding Durendes successful with the pancake save? Here we go. Oh, it looks like she is.
She was pretty sure because she had her whole hand to it.
But the video said no. Okay, video shows one thing, but the result says another.
The challenge is successful.
Successful. There you go. There's the verdict. Successful challenge. So the crossovers will still have 1 challenge remaining after this successful one. Pancake save is good. So this is going to be replay the point. There's the call by our first referee, Orlindo Eusebio. This is replay the point. Now, Lindsay Vander Wyde is arguing another sequence where she's saying there was double contact on one of the crossovers, but that's in the past already. So back to the Maylin Paat serve at 5-all. Set number 4. Cheng. Pontillas, Sevijovic over receive. Chance ball for the Angels, and again, another successful 1-2 play for Janelle Cheng.
And she has done that how many times already in this game, and still the crossovers not find an answer to that.
And how low she keeps it at the top of the net is it's just amazing. 1 point lead for the Angels, 6 serving 5, set 4. They're up 2-1. Good serve by Palma, but a better receive from Laures. She gets it back. There's the tip. Janelle Cheng is there. Palma will set it. Puntillas, chance ball for the crossovers. Duremdes to Carandang. Oh!
Rare miscommunication we see on the side of the Angels. That's Cheng and Puntillas.
It was a high bounce, but 3 Angels just sat around and waited for it to fall. Take a look here. Puntillas, there's Cheng, Palma, Phillips was right there as well. 6-all, set 4. Bang Pineda has been doing a great job for coverage for the Angels. Over receive. And there is Carandang with a put away.
Carandang has been very effective with those over receives.
No mercy for Zach Carandang. Pineda was already on the floor and she slammed the ball right at her anyway. Myla Pablo, it's been a quiet afternoon for Pablo. Puntillas off Sevijovic, yes. Maiza Puntillas will serve. Buding Duremdes, 9 excellent digs, 11 excellent receptions. Sevijovic, Vander Weide. 1-2 play, this time Paat with a save. Chance ball for the Angels. Cheng, Phillips off the chest of Mylene Paat, and the Angels send us to our first technical timeout. They are up by 1. 8-7 versus the crossovers.
Ano nila to? O papatakin nyo lang pa. Ina-activate nila yung media nila. So,
Even the defense. To the lines.
Get 300 pesos? Enjoy NBA TV Philippines, now more affordable at Signal Postpaid Plan 290 or Prepaid Load 300. Watch all the action extended until December 31, 2022. 1 point lead for the Angels. Puntillas, 34-year-old, one of the oldest players for the Angels. 1-2 play for Jasmine Nabor. She says, if you can do it, I can do it better. She ties the game at 8. Jasmine Nabor, her first point of the match. Jaya Tienza back in the game. Zacarandang serving. Could have been outside. Vander Weide picked it up. Myla Pablo looking for her second point. There it is.
Off the hands of the blockers.
1 point lead for the Angels. Mylene Paat. That was good off the block. Seemed like it was off the net cord. Cheng underhand set. Vander Weide. Yes!
Vander Weide just going over the block and finding that hole in the corner of the defense of the crossovers.
What an angle for Lindsay Vander Weide, making a 2 point lead for the Angels. Sevijovic, block. Coverage by Jaya Tienza. Jasmine Nabor knocks it in.
Let's not forget Jasmine Nabor also is an attacker.
Yeah. And a left-handed attacker at that. So really hard to predict.
Good serve.
Service ace for Jasmine Nabor. Nabor, a Rookie of the Year in Season 78 beach volleyball competition out of Tarlac. Ties the game at 10.
Now we see Gretzel Sultones in for the Angels.
Now comfortable in her new role as a service specialist. Gretzel Sultones. Phillips with a tip. Chance ball for the Angels. Cheng. Phillips again. Nobody getting the first touch for the crossovers. Phillips gives the Angels the lead right back.
Brazilians earned the point here for the Angels.
16 points now for MJ Phillips. Combination play, Mylene Paat, yes! $11-all. It's a nip and tuck affair here in set number 4. There is Remy Palma with a kill.
That set could not get any lower.
7 points for Palma. On 4 attacks, 2 blocks, and 1 ace. Cheng with 7 points in the game. Underhand set for Nabor. Laure. This is a chance ball for the Angels. Cheng, Vander Weide, off speed. Dug up by Nabor. Duremdes will set it for Paat. Paat off speed. Cruz diving for it. No second touch. Paat scores. And the game is tied again.
Exciting fourth set we have here.
So far, action-packed each and every rally. That's out. Oh, that's in! What a break ball for Jai Atienza. It looked like it was floating over, but it suddenly dropped at the back line. What a beautiful serve.
Good floater there from Atienza.
I mean, even the coaching staff of the Angels were shouting out, out. Pontillas. Laure. Pineda. Vander Weide block. Coverage. Chance ball for the crossovers. Laure. Pontillas. Too strong the pass. It's off. Laure.
Laure had the last touch on that ball. But she could have reached up.
Yeah.
But instead waited for the ball to go down to the nape of the net.
What an overpass here, and Laure just couldn't properly gauge it. Carandang, yes! Crossovers up by 1. Mylene Paat. 14 already for Paat. Pontillas will set it. Vander Weide, back row. Yes!
Great adjustment.
Lindsay Vander Weide coming off a 29-point performance. She already has 22. Right now, the Angels are playing catch-up. Palma taking her sweet time. Palma with 7 in the game. Carandang has been solid today. Zach Carandang now with 13.
Good hit there with a little help from the net.
Carandang, 8 points in the loss versus Creamline today, 13. The game prior, 15 against Army. Good receive there. Over received and a put away by MJ Phillips. Quick reflexes and an explosive jump for MJ Phillips to get the kill. Angels throw away a point. Crossovers back up by 1, and they take us to our second technical timeout. 16-15, fourth set. It's a seesaw battle here in set number 4 between the Angels and the Crossovers. All important game for PETRO GAZZ. They need a win here to stay at number 3 in the standings and a possible slot in the semifinals for Jasmine Nabor and the Crossovers. It doesn't really matter. They're already semifinals bound because of their win-loss record.
That's right. But of course, for the Crossovers, we would want to keep the momentum with the wins. So still an important game for them.
Over received by Carandang. 1-2 play there. That's telegraphed. Net
Net violation.
No complaints from Janelle Cheng. She knew it was her.
So it's a 2-point advantage now for the Crossovers.
Oh! Miscue on the part of Vander Weyde and Soltones. They let the serve go. Carandang with a service ace, and all of a sudden, it's a 2-point run and a 3-point lead for the Crossovers, 18-15. Take a look here. Zach Carandang showing us some moves.
Next play.
Adjust tayo, adjust.
Coach.
That timeout definitely meant to break the momentum of the Crossovers.
Well, let's see if they're going to be successful to turning this around. Janelle Cheng and company are down by 3. Carandang coming off a service ace. Zach Carandang with 14 already. There's MJ Phillips continuing her hot streak. She has 19 today.
Oh, impressive numbers there for Phillips.
Two-point lead for the Crossovers. Seviovic blocked by Phillips. Nabor, pass, back row, outside.
Oh, frustration there from Maylene Pan. That was a good set, and I think she felt that upon takeoff. Just too much power on that hit.
5 attack errors for Maylene Pan. She has 14 points. Gretchen Soltones off the bench. No points so far today. Seviovic blocked by Phillips again. Nabor with a push. Nabor successful, finds the open spot, gives the Crossovers a 2-point lead. This is the 4th point of Jasmine Nabor, her 3rd attack. She has 1 service ace, but that one she throws away. Back to a one-point game. Can't get any closer than this, Ivy.
That's right. Of course, you would expect the Angels, they wouldn't want the crossovers to gain more lead.
Phillips 19, 6 blocks. Paat, yes!
A lot of aggressiveness here in Mighty Paat.
Severovic, the serve. Cheng, Van der Weide. It's been a while since she got a touch. Van der Weide with a point.
That's right, it makes it to the line.
Van der Weide telling everybody, settle down, I got this. 23 for Lindsay Van der Weide. Great receive. Laude off the block. Pineda, Cheng back to Lindsay. Lindsay connects, back-to-back points. Lindsay Van der Weide ties the game at 20.
What a hit there.
And that point forces Coach Esteban to call a timeout. It deserves another look.
Well, good strong hit there for Van der Weide. You can really tell she wants this game.
So, sige, ganito. Mag-play po tayo, tuloy tayo. Pero wag niyo isisigaw doon dahil alam niyo na yung ginagawa nila. Ay, yung ginagawa natin dito. So, senyos lang, go, play po tayo, tuloy. Pag maganda, tuloy. Pag walang mailin, atake mo lang malakas. Okay?
Angat tayo! Ready!
Well, it seems that play 2 has been the go-to play here for the crossovers if they want to score the points. And again, whatever play you execute, what's important really is your first ball.
Both teams with one timeout remaining. 20 all, set 4. Laude gets it through the double block. Crossovers back up by 1.
A combination play that Coach Clarence is looking for worked here for the crossovers.
There's a little gap in between the blockers, and that was exploited by EJ Laude. Substitution here for the crossovers as Rachel Roldan checks back in her second appearance in this match. Good receive there. Van der Weide from the other side. Roldan with the dig. Paat punches it through. 2-point lead for the crossovers.
Paat is spiking that with all her might. Crossovers would want to stretch this to a 5-set match.
Pineda set to receive. Cheng. Van der Weide outside. She's asking for a block touch. Will Roderick afford challenge?
Calls for a timeout.
They'll just call a timeout. 3-point lead for the crossovers. We'll listen to the Angels.
Mas kailangan ko yung composure, ha? Mga next play lang tayo.
Okay ba?
I-freeze na natin yung server. One play. Diba? Likod o dulo? Ano mas gusto niya? Dulo? Mag-go tayo. Pag hindi sa kanya yung pasta, gandahan niyo lang. Huwag niyo na isub-sub.
Okay. Okay, nothing drops. Let's go, guys.
Well, it was very clear the timeout was just to freeze the server. They get a good receive and make an attack.
Coach Rick afford to quite calm, you know, during that timeout, despite the fact that they're down by 3.
Are we going to see a 5th set, or can the Angels come back here in set number 4? Good receive. Janelle Cheng, Van der Weide. Rachel Roldan, what a dig. Oh, my lead back. Babies, the shot.
And all she can do is scratch her head after that.
Myla Pablo checks back in, replacing Sotones. Pablo with 2 points. Carandang. Oh, she's been so effective right now. Zach Carandang, 15 points, and she hit it off Van der Weyden.
And you can see her apologizing to Van der Weyden.
Cheng. This is 3 match points for the crossovers. Pablo, block, and that's it! Crossovers stay alive for the 5th set. Her defense held up and was so good, especially at the net, Ivy.
That's right, and that's when they needed it the most. CHERY TIGGO crossovers extend this to a 5-set match.
25-21, the win by the crossovers over the Angels. Set number 4, set number 5, when we come back. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, as you look at our tally so far, it's 2 sets apiece between the Angels and the crossovers, so off to a 5th set we go.
And very obvious here that both of these teams know what's at stake. They're really fighting tooth and nail for everything. And set number 4 goes the way of the crossovers. The Angels were just, knocking at the door, and we actually thought that they might have a chance to get this set and end the match, but the crossovers had other things in mind. And Zach Carandang has been very instrumental here in set number 4. She has scored a couple of points off the hits. And the defense at the net of the crossovers has made the difference in set number 4. Let's take a look at the numbers. CHERY TIGGO still up in terms of attack, 17 points to 15 of PETRO GAZZ, 2 block points, and this time they have dominated the net, more excellent defense, and 3 service aces, which made it a little bit more difficult for the Angels to set up their plays.
Race to 15, win by 2. That's all we have set up for you volleyball fans watching on One Sports, One Sports Plus, Signal Play, and Smart Giga Play. Eric Tipan with Ivy Remulla, Franny Reyes. We've got the call for this game. All-important match for Bang Pineda and the Angels. They need this win. For Mylene Pat and the crossovers, they're into the semifinals regardless of the result of this match. Crossovers losing the first set and third set. They bounce back in the second and fourth. There's Van der Weyden to kick things off in the 5th set.
And she just hammers that through, and you can really sense that she wants this game.
MJ Phillips, 19 points. Paat off the head of Palma. Chance ball for the crossovers. Sevijovic blocked by Palma. Duremdes will set it up. Paat off speed, picked up by Van der Weyden. The dump by Palma is good. 2-0 start for the Angels.
Excellent connection we have there from Cheng and Palma.
a serve by Phillips. Paat. Yes, down the line. Mylene Paat knocks it in for the first point of the crossovers in the 5th set.
Again, the crossovers score with a down-the-line attack.
Cheng. Combination play. Vander Weide. Yes! Lindsay Vander Weide, 26 already. Let's check in with Franny Reyes.
Sila sa court today. Tuloy ang laban. Buding Durandes highlighted the need for communication and teamwork. Kailangan talaga manalo at gagawin ang lahat para manalo. It's back to basics and all determination in this 5th set. Which team will win? Back to the panel.
All right, thank you, Franny. Well, for the Angels, again, it's a must-win. They are 3-2 in the standings. They don't want to fall 3-3 and tie with Choco Mucho, because there are 4 teams fighting for the last 2 semifinal slots. So obviously half will fall as Mylene Paat knocks it in and ties the game at 3.
Excellent showing there from Paat. And for the Angels, of course, they wouldn't want to put themselves in a position where they have to rely on the standings of the other teams in order to qualify for the top 4.
That's right. You want your fate to be in your own hands.
Right, right.
Jaya Tienza with a nice serve. Vander Weide, that's dug up by Sevillevich. Oh, nobody there. Chance ball for the Angels. Vander Weide off the block of Laume. And the Angels back up by 1.
Miscommunication inside of crossovers. They were going for that lane 2 that has been working well for them, but the message did not go to all the attackers.
Intensity written all over the face of Lindsay Vander Weide. Paat dug up by Cheng. Chance ball for the crossovers. Paat again. Paat knocks it in. Mylene Paat ties the game at 4.
And we can see Mylene Paat really asking for the ball, and a lot of trust that just Jasmine Abor has, giving that to her back again.
And what's more impressive, Mylene Paat, 19 points of 19 attacks.
Talk about the percentage.
But her 3rd service error for Paat. No aces, no blocks for Paat. All of her points coming from attacks and kills. Angels up by 1. They can go up by 2 in the next rally. They get an ace, no rally, 2-point lead for the Angels, 6-4. Now a substitution for the crossovers as Paat and Nabor will sit down. Picar and Adorador check in. Palma almost using up all of the 8 seconds.
She's really taking her time.
Adorador. Vander Weide, back row, dug up by Sevillevich. Oh, Zakarandang, but Palma was right there. Pablo. Phillips, Sevillevich with coverage. Adorador against 2 blockers. What a sequence. Karandang with a tip. Yes! Zakarandang. That's 16 points for her. How good has Zakarandang been in this entire conference? Not just this game.
That's right. She's really stepped up. You know, that last hit was actually off timing, but somehow, you know, she managed to convert that into a point.
1-point game. 5 serving 6. Pontillas will set it. Back row, Van der Weide, dug up by Durendes. Bicar to Sivijevic. Bang Pineda was right there. Cheng, back row, Van der Weide, block. Van der Weide with a save. And the block again. Zakarandang is on a roll. Unbelievable performance today. 17 points.
And this game has been it's all about defense for both of these teams. Defense at the floor and defense at the net. Good coverage on the Angels at that time, but Zakarandang guarding the net with all her might.
2-point run by the Crossovers. The game is tied at 6. That was set behind Pontillas. Chance ball for the Crossovers. Shaya dug up by Van der Weide. Pablo through the block and in. Angels back up by 1, 7-6. Third point for Myla Pablo, all coming from attacks. Janelle Chen will get a breather here. As you see the Pablo kill, she saw it. Will check in along with Jonas Abete replacing Maizo Pontillas.
Full front here for the Angels.
Sabete with 1 point. Good serve. Karandang dug up by Pineda. Back row, a tip. Bicar with a save. Sivijevic. Chance ball. What a save there, but no good. Bicar goes wide. 2 straight points for the Angels. There is a challenge here, a net touch challenge by the Crossovers. Let's see if they can swing Lady Luck their way.
So this is a crucial point. Whoever gets it.
Because if this is an unsuccessful challenge, it's going to be a 2-point advantage for the Angels.
Right.
If not, it's going to be a tied game at 7.
You see both of these teams puffing and puffing already after all that sequence.
These challenges are pseudo timeouts as well, because coaches can give out instructions like what Randall Caport is doing right now, talking to the Angels. The challenge is a net touch. That was a no call. The 4-man team is checking the video. Again, there are 23 cameras that record non-stop, frame by frame, every piece of action in every set, in every match. Both teams with 2 challenges still. This is the first challenge of the 5th set.
I think both coaches trying to use the challenges wisely is really going to be very important here in the 5th set.
Again, the Angels need this win to keep a foothold of the 3rd spot. That doesn't mean a win here doesn't mean they're in the semifinals, because that just gives them 4 wins, and 4 wins is not a sure thing for a semifinal slot. You got to get 5 to secure it. Because at 4, you're gonna need other teams to lose.
That's correct. So the win here was just taking them a step closer,
that's right,
to that final 4,
all right,
the top 4.
Here it is. Did MJ Phillips touch the net? Video says no, but like, it's tough to tell.
Because the net was moving, so quite difficult to say.
Yeah, the net was moving because the ball hit it as well. So that's not to say. Coach Esteban is arguing with the officials here. So unsuccessful challenge is the final call. So only 1 challenge remaining for the Crossovers. And Coach Esteban will call a timeout. It's a 2-point lead for the Angels. We'll listen in to the crossovers.
Dalawa lang kayo. Nasa harap. Nasa harap. Wait, go, play 2 tayo. You go, play 2. You know, play 2, okay? You go here. Ibi mo to. Sama mo to. Tapos pag wala, porsyento tayo dun kay Shaya. Hindi nila makuha yung play 2 natin, so yun ang gawin natin ng gawin. Okay, sige. Pero huwag yung babanggitin dun sa loob. Alam mo yung ginagawa natin. Hey, laban na!
It's play 2 again, Ivy. And funny that Coach Esteban says, huwag niyong babanggitin sa loob kasi alam na ng kalaban ko ano ang play 2.
That's right, and I think Coach Clarence has acknowledged the fact that the Angels really has studied, you know, the offense of the crossovers. But that play 2 has been the go-to play of the crossovers from the beginning.
This is going to be a broken play. Shaya Adorador! Oh, despite an off-system play, Shaya Adorador scores and makes it a 1-point game. Adorador, her second point. But it's been this lady. Zakarandang, 17 points so far in the match. MJ Phillips as well has been so good today. Phillips with 21.
MJ Phillips' connection with her center has been exceptional. She's feeding the ball straight to MJ Phillips.
Bikar, Sivijevic, blocked by Phillips. Oh, MJ Phillips back-to-back points. She has 22, and it's a 3-point lead for the Angels.
22 points, quite unusual for a middle blocker.
I'm actually even asking if this is a conference high for Phillips already. We're just double-checking. Sivijevic blocked again. Adorador picking it up. Chance ball for the Angels. They go back to Phillips. Oh, Phillips, 23 points. This 3-point run by the Angels, all powered by MJ Phillips.
And you can see Phillips really asking for the ball. So far, the crossover's not able to read the tempo of MJ Phillips.
A 4-point lead for the Angels. Crucial stage of the 5th set. Nabor, Paat, off the block and outside. Finally, Paat stops the 4-point run of the Angels.
Now, Mylene Paat at the front line for the crossovers.
Van der Weyden. Duremde sends it back to Paat. Oh, Mylene Paat. That's off the antenna. Attack error number 7 for Paat. But more importantly for the Angels, back to a 4-point lead, Ivy. Baliton checks in for the Angels, replacing Jaya Tienza. Phillips is in the back row. Nabor. Paat. Oh, wow.
Mylene Paat on a roll here.
21 points off 21 attacks. Mylene Paat. Again, just reinforcement numbers she's putting up this reinforced conference. Van der Weyden, yes!
And the Angels are just 2 points away from securing a win and one step closer to being part of that top 4.
A timeout here, the final one for Coach Esteban.
Nasa likod ka pa, May.
Gitna ng harap. Gitna ng harap.
Okay, ano tayo? pakita ka, dito mo receive ha. Receive, dito natin dalhin sa dulo, okay? Mag-play 1 tayo. Pag sumama tong dalawa na to, isa na lang spy ang ano mo doon, ang blocker mo doon. Okay? Ngayon, ganda natin i-receive. Kailangan mapasama natin to. Pag sumama to, pwede mo ibigay, pwede mo ba to sa open.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Maganda yun.
That's the last timeout for the crossovers. They are down 4. And the Angels 2 points away from going up 4-2 in the standings.
Again, a very important win for the Angels. It does not assure them of the top 4 spot, but gives them a higher chance to be there.
Paat block! Vander Weide with the rejection. This is 5 match points for the Angels. Vander Weide, that's 24, make that 29 points for Lindsay Vander Weide. Ties her output in that 5-set loss versus Signal. Laure, blocked again. Oh, 2 defensive plays for the Angels. Aiza Pontillas with a rejection, her 8th point. But more importantly, as the fans celebrate, a big win in 5 sets for the Angels over the crossovers.
That's right, a big win, a very important win for the Angels, and not only because they add a win to the winning, another win in the winning column, but gives them the momentum and confidence moving forward in their next game. Very important again, bringing this big win forward.
Aiza Pontillas nearly in tears. She was part of the starting lineup today, and she delivered. 5-set win for the Angels over the crossovers. We'll take a break and be back to finish this up right after these. Five-set win for the Angels over the crossovers in this second match of our Saturday doubleheader right inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. 2 players in double digits, Phillips with 23, Vander Weide with 29. As we take a look at performance of Janelle Cheng today, Ivy.
That's right. Well, she might not have the highest point here for this match, but definitely, the way she had steered the team and her drop shots that changed the momentum in a lot of sequences here for the Angels has been very instrumental.
And Janelle Cheng is our best player of the game. She is with Franny Reyes.
All right, Janelle, congratulations on the win. You had 18 excellent sets. How big was this win for the PETRO GAZZ Angels?
Sobrang big, malaki siya kasi isa siya sa win na para makapasok kami sa Final Four.
Now, we have 2 more games for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. What is the game plan? How do you guys plan to stay motivated and how do you plan to keep that momentum going?
Siguro, pahinga muna saglit, tapos back to training kami, tapos same sa routine na ginagawa namin before ng games.
Consistency talaga, no? Now, Janelle, is there anyone na gusto mong i-greet? Any family or fans that you would like to say thank you to?
Hello sa dad ko sa Taiwan and sa family, sa Cheng and Tanlo family po. And happy birthday sa mom ni Ate Myla.
Thank you so much, Janelle. Go join your team and congratulations again on the win.
Thank you, Franny. Congratulations, Janelle Cheng and the PETRO GAZZ Angels for the big win today. Take a look at the statistics of the match.
Quite a close and exciting match we have here with the PETRO GAZZ Angels. 59 attack points and 13 big block points, and of course, majority of that is courtesy of MJ Phillips. 8 service aces, it's only 5 from the crossovers, and got to look at the errors though, Eric, because I think this has been the big factor why the crossovers had a pretty challenging match against the Angels.
Phillips with 7 of the 13 blocks of the Angels. Let's give you the schedule on Tuesday. We're going to be right back here inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum at 2:30 p.m. PLDT high-speed hitters taking on the Signal HD Spikers. 5:30 F2 Logistics Cargo Movers against the Akari Chargers. A big win in 5 sets for the Angels today. They go up 4-2 and stay alive for that hunt of a semi-final slot. Meanwhile, the CHERY TIGGO crossovers dropped down to 5-2, their second straight loss after being dropped by Creamline in their last game in 4 sets. Thank you to our director, Al Neri, for Franny Reyes, Ivy Remulla. I'm Eric Tipan. Thanks for watching our coverage of the 2022 Reinforced Conference of the Premier Volleyball League right here on One Sports.
Again, it's my moment, every moment. You can always count me in. My forever is right now, and I'm not ever giving in. Here I go again.